Hey everybody, Sean here from BoredParacord.com. So today we're going to make an awareness ribbon out of paracord. We've got an 1.25" keyring on here, which is a little too big. I would say an inch keyring, just like the one I'm going to be using in the video, is perfect. We've got two sections of paracord here. We have 5 feet of this neon pink and white camo. And what we need to do with this 5 feet is find the center point. So what I like to do is just put the ends together just like that, and then hold on to them and pull all your slack out to your fingers. This is our center point. So we're going to hold on to that. I'm just going to use this tape measure to hold it so that I don't lose that, and then I'll show you how to do that again with this 5 feet. So we have two 5-foot sections, and that's all you need to make these. So we're going to hold on to the ends and just pull it all through your fingers until you get a loop at the end, and that's your center point. Now what we need to do with this center point is make an S, or in this case a backwards S. So once you have this, I can zoom in just a little bit on this for us. We have a backwards S here, so we have 2.5 feet going off to the left, 2.5 feet going off to the right, and now just kind of pinch everything right there just to hold it for a second. Now grab your center point, which is right here, and we're going to place that over top. So right where my thumb is, that's our center point. We're going to place that over top. So we have 2.5 feet going up, 2.5 feet going down, and that's over top of the S. Now this is a backwards S. Okay, so whichever chord's on the bottom going off to the right, just like that, what you want to do is take your bottom, your chord coming down, it's going to go under that one. It's going to go under that, just like that, and then come up through this loop. And it's going to look something like that. You're basically making another S with the second strand of paracord, but it's kind of intertwining with the other first S. Okay, so we're just going to pinch that all together now. So now we have this top one that does the same thing. It's going to go under the chord going off over to the left. It's going to go under that one and then come up through the loop on the left. So you should end up with something that looks just like this. Everything's intertwined now, and you have one that's kind of going on a diagonal. You're just going to keep on, kind of moving it side to side, up and down, until it becomes tight. Now what you can do is when you get to this point, you flip it over. You should have something that looks just like this. That's a box knot. It's a pretty cool looking knot. I can zoom in on that for you so you can see what it is. That's what we're going for. So we want this at the bottom. This box knot here is basically going to be this here, the bottom part of your ribbon. So what we do is we flip that downwards so you can't see it now. Okay, so the way I like to think of this is a clock. You have 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. And your first level we just did. So your second level, you're always going to start at the top. And whatever side it is, so this is coming out of the top and it's on the right side of your box knot. You'll see in a second here, we'll have the next level, it'll be on the left side, so it'll be over here. So if it's on the right, you always want to start with 12 o'clock, bring it down to 6 o'clock. We're going to work in a clockwise way. So if this is on the right, we're going to go clockwise. If it's on the left, you go counterclockwise. So 12 to 6, 3 to 9, which crosses over the 12. Okay. Take your 6 o'clock and go up to 12 o'clock. And now your 9 o'clock, you're also going to cross over, but what you have to do, that first loop that you made, from your 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock, you have to go through that loop. And you should have everything intertwined now. And then I just like to snug this up. Now you don't want to pull this really tight because you'll have a hard time flexing it. The when you're making this curve part of it, it has to be kind of loose so that you can get that curve. Otherwise, it's going to be really difficult, which I made the mistake of doing. I tightened it as hard as I could. I couldn't bend it. Okay, so now you can see that this is on the left side. The one that's coming out of the top is on the left side of the box knot. So you're going to take and go counterclockwise. 12 to 6, 9 to 3, 6 to 12, and then your last one, you have to cross over but also go through the loop. Just like that. So you're crossing over and going through. The last one always has to go through a loop. Otherwise it just doesn't work out. Okay, so once you get to this point, you can look at your levels now. And I'm going to zoom in on this so you can see what I'm talking about, because this is very important. Level 1, you can see there's a kind of a curve to this. That's level 1. You come over here, level 2 and level 3. So you're going to make 15 levels. And I'll do a couple more here real quick just so you can have a good idea of what's going on. We're going to make 15 levels, and then I'll come back and show you how to add the keychain or the key ring. Okay, so we're going to start at the top. It's on the right side, so we're going clockwise now. 12 to 6, 3 to 9, 6 to 12, and then the 9 to 3 goes over top of this one and under the first one, and just kind of wiggle it back and forth until it's tight but not real tight, just like that. It's on the left side, so we're going to go counterclockwise. 12 to 6, 9 to 3, 6 to 12, 3 to 9, and pull it through. And this should be our 5th level. So yeah, every knot you do, that's considered one level. And the way you can check, just look at these different loops here. And I'll zoom in on these loops so you can see what I'm talking about. So level 1, level 2, 3, 4, and that was level 5. So I'm going to get to level 15 here, and then I'll be back to show you how to add the key ring. Okay, so I'm here at level 15, and I'm going to show you just another time just to show you how to count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, I've seen people do these two different ways. They'll either put 2 strands through this keyring, like this, and there'll be 2 strands that are right next to each other, and then they'll go and do their box knot. But I prefer just using one because you can make your box knot a little bit tighter that way. So you can pick wherever you want. I always like to start it off with my first one. So I just put this key ring over the first strand and then start my box knot. So that one's on the right, so we're going to go clockwise. This first one with this key ring in here is the hardest one to do because you got to try and hold the key ring there while you're doing it. But once you do a couple of them, you get the hang of it real quick. There we go. And then you just pull your box knot tight, just like you normally would. And then just act like it wasn't even there. Or act like it's not even there. Okay, so we're on the left side now, so we go counterclockwise. Go up. Through. And now what you want to do is go to level 23. So this is level 17 because we've done 2 after 15. So that's 17. So I'm going to pick back up at level 23. Okay, so we're at level 23 right here. Now what we can do is start to bend this. So I like to push straight up on the where the key ring is at there, and we're going to bend this over just like that. Now what we're looking for is we want to find level 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this cord that's coming straight up at you, we're going to end up threading that through level 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is this one right here. So what I need to do is grab a fid here. And you can use one fid, two fids, or you can use all four if you've got them. I'm just going to use one because it's a little easier that way. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're going to poke the fid right through level 7. Just like that. And I'm going to take the fid off and go to the next one. So that's real easy. Okay, so we're going to go to the one that's off to the left side, because that's going to go through the same level. Well, I take that back. It's going to go through level 6. So you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this first one, get pulled up tight, just like that. And then this one, we're going to take this through level 6. Just like that. You can start to see the shape of the ribbon coming through now. Alright, so what we got to do here is flip this over, and we're going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that one's going to go through right there at 7. So the one that's closest to the key ring, the one that's up higher, that one's going to go to the higher number. The one that's down lower, like this one, when it comes around, it's going to be at the lower number. Twist this on there. These do take a little bit longer to do than a bracelet. Well, actually, I take that back. You could probably knock these out a little bit quicker than a bracelet. 5, 6, 7. And you could probably sell them for the same price as a bracelet. They use the same amount of paracord. I know some people sell these for $5 and they sell their bracelets for $5, so it just depends on how much you want to charge people. But I would say right around $5 is a good starting point. See how the market's doing, and then if people are buying them up, it doesn't hurt to raise $1. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go through number 6 on this one. There we go. Okay, now I can get my fid out of here. Don't really need it anymore. And we're just going to pull these nice and tight. Okay, pull these all through. Alright, once you get them all pulled nice and tight, you'll be able to tell because you just can't pull them any further. We're going to continue doing our box knots. So you just want to basically lay it out just like that. And this is how it looks. So if you look at this, it's kind of hard to see, but you've got your left one on the left side. So if you draw a straight line, you've got this one on the left. This one's kind of on the right side of that line. This one comes off to the right and then the left. So you're just going to do the same thing you were before. If it's on the left side, you start with that one and you go counterclockwise. And you're going to have to create a loop here just to kind of hold it. This first one, after you get it all through there, is the hardest one. Okay, and then your left one comes over, bottom one, 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock, and then your 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock. And pull this tight. And you're just going to continue your box knot until, and I don't know how many you're going to end up doing here, but if you look at this other one, you're probably 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5 levels. That one being your first one. You're probably going to do 5 levels. So I'm gonna finish this up, and I'll show you how to finish off the ribbon. Okay, so we're basically at the end here. Now I went 5 levels. I think I probably could have just stopped at 4 levels after coming through this intersection here. So now all that's left to do is you're going to snip your ends. Oh, and one thing I do want to tell you about, pull these as tight as you can. As tight as you possibly can. And we're just going to cut these really close to the base of where they're coming out at. And I think I'm going to do one at a time, but you want to snip it real close. And then I'm just going to hit this real gently, because you don't want it to burn. And then we're going to smash her on in there so it can't go anywhere. There we go. If you're using a regular flame lighter, make sure you use the low part of the flame. Uh-oh, I think I'm running out of butane. Alright, now we'll cut this guy. There we go. I'm trying to do this quick because I think my lighter's about out. There we go. That looks good. Smoothing tool does a perfect job at flattening that out and making it locked in so that it doesn't go anywhere. And our last one. Oh, come on, come on. Just barely. Just sputtering. Alright, well there you have it. That is the awareness ribbon made out of paracord keychain. I hope you like this. You can kind of see that this one is a little bit longer than this side, so if you want to do 4 levels instead of 5, that's probably not a bad idea. Or if you want to do this one a little bit longer, not a bad idea that way either. And you can also see the difference between putting 2 cords through the keychain. It looks like this keychain is more in the middle, whereas this one is more right on top. Either way you do it is fine. Thanks for watching. You'll see these on my Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/paracord on. You'll see me in there. I'm in there all the time. And I look forward to seeing your work in there. So check that out. And until next time, paracord on.